Hi, my name is Cindy Yoo. I'm here with Temple University, and we are here to take coverage of the youth who are rallying in New Hampshire for their favorite candidate and why they are so passionate. Our coverage is going to be giving the youth a platform to speak in order to engage and inspire other young people to get involved.
Most of the candidates in the field have great policy platforms, and they are all a huge step up over Trump, in my opinion, but Bernie's the only candidate that's inspired a diverse working class movement that would be necessary to organize and build coalitions that can actually make the ideas come from policy to actually being implemented.
Yeah, so is there any certain legislation that you favor most from Bernie?
I love the Green New Deal. I used to volunteer a little bit with the Sunrise Movement, and they helped to lead that movement, and then Bernie's picked up the torch and ran with it, and I think he's done great with that.
And why is this election important to you?
Because if Trump being reelected would be a nightmare, and Bernie being elected would be the moment where things like the Green New Deal, which are necessary to avoid climate catastrophe, could actually be passed.
Yeah. All right. So what do you say to your peers who have statistically the lowest voter turnout? What do you say to them in order to engage them more?
I say this: just read the platforms and think about how significant this election will be for your life. You know, what happens in the next presidential administration will affect our lives so dramatically as young people, and we really need to think about that and make sure we get someone that represents our interests best in office.
Yeah, I support Elizabeth Warren. I think she's spent her entire life fighting for middle-class families. I think she has a great plan to turn the economy around for the middle class and people who are just struggling, particularly in the Midwest. I think she's really dedicated to working for the American people. She has a plan for everything, and I think she's really going to be able to connect with voters across the country in a general election and defeat Donald Trump.
The issue I'm most passionate about is homelessness, and so I've been sort of looking into all the candidates on how their plans to eliminate homelessness stack up, and I'm sort of down the wire between Pete and Bernie and hoping to get some more clarity on their stances on the issue. I think Bernie's plan is better but less doable, and so I just want to hear from him today about his plan.
Is there any other certain legislation that you favor the most in your candidate?
Yeah, I really like Elizabeth Warren's plan to combat gun violence. I think it's a really tough thing, assuming that there will be a Republican Senate after the 2020 election, but I think that she has a plan and she's really going to fight for it. It's one of her priorities.
For Bernie, the thing that I'm least excited about is that fact that he voted 4 times against the Brady gun violence bill. That's really worrisome for me. And for Pete, the thing I'm most worried about is the fact that his homelessness plan might not go far enough in addressing the issue as it is. So those are my 2 worries, and I just have to figure out which of them I worry about less.
And why is this election important to you guys?
Yeah, I think it's really important for young people to get out to vote. The decisions that are going to be made now are going to affect us for the rest of our lives. I think it's really important that we vote to get Donald Trump out of the White House regardless of who wins this primary election. And I think it's just important to be engaged in every level of politics.
I think this is just the most important election that we've faced in a long time. It's a really important moral moment for our country, and that I think if the outcome is not what it needs to be, this country is going to be in a lot of trouble in a few years. So I think this is a really, really important time.
So for a message to your peers that are our age, under 25, what do you say have historically low voter turnout rate? What do you say to them, and how do you get them to come out and vote?
Lean into everything you care about. If you care about being a doctor, being a lawyer, working in your community, then you need to care about politics because this affects everything. So lean into it.
This is Cindy